Hi there. Thank you all for watching this video. This is a reading from the book The Rise of the Inner Sun, Inner Alchemy for People Tired of Running from Themselves by Kevin A. Roberts. If you feel compelled, please do leave a comment and let him know what you think. This book should be available in late June. And so we begin. Beyond positive thinking. The Inner Sun concept isn't about positive thinking or visualization exercises designed to manifest external changes. It's deeper and more radical than that. It's about fundamentally shifting the source of your self-worth from external validation to internal authority. This shift changes everything. When you're operating from your inner sun, rejection doesn't devastate you because your worth isn't dependent on others' approval. Criticism doesn't crush you because your truth isn't subject to others' opinions. Failure doesn't define you because your identity isn't tied to outcomes you can't control. This doesn't mean you become indifferent to others or immune to pain. It means you develop an unshakable foundation that can weather any storm. You become like those ancient oaks in Louisiana that I grew up among, deeply rooted, flexible enough to bend without breaking, drawing sustenance from sources that can't be taken away. The mystics called this enlightenment. I call it coming home to yourself. In the following chapters, we'll explore how to access this inner source of light and power, how to live from it daily, and how to let it guide you toward a life that's authentically yours rather than a pale imitation of what others think you should want. But first, you need to understand that you already have everything you need. Your inner sun isn't something you have to develop or earn. It's something you have to stop hiding. The question isn't whether you're worthy of this power. The question is whether you're ready to stop pretending you don't already have it. Historical and cultural perspectives. What is above is like what is below, and what is below is like what is above. The Emerald Tablet. The ancients understood something we've largely forgotten in our modern rush toward external achievement. That true power flows from within, and that this inner light operates according to natural rhythms and cosmic cycles. They didn't see spirituality as separate from daily life, but as the foundation that made meaningful living possible. Long before we had electric lights to override natural rhythms, before we had social media to distract us from inner knowing, before we had consumer culture to convince us that happiness could be purchased, human beings lived in harmony with cycles that connected them to both earthly and celestial energies. They understood that we are not separate from the cosmos, but expressions of it. That the same forces that move planets and stars also move through our bodies, our emotions, our spiritual development. And they organized their lives around this understanding, creating practices and traditions that honored both the macrocosm and the microcosm. The sacred week, ancient wisdom for modern living. One of the most profound examples of this cosmic awareness is how the ancients understood the energetic significance of each day of the week. Far from being arbitrary divisions of time, each day was seen as carrying specific planetary influences and spiritual opportunities. Understanding these energies can help us align our activities and intentions with natural rhythms, making our efforts more effective and our lives more harmonious. Sunday, dies solis, day of the sun. Ruled by the sun, Sunday was traditionally a day of spiritual renewal, leadership, and connecting with your core purpose. The ancients understood Sunday as the day to honor your inner sun directly, to remember who you are beneath all the roles you play, to reconnect with your authentic power, and to set intentions for the week ahead. In my hermit year, Sundays became sacred time for reflection and writing. Without the distraction of work or social obligations, I could hear my inner voice more clearly. This is why many cultures still observe Sunday as a day of rest, not just physical rest, but spiritual restoration. Practice. Use Sundays to connect with your authentic self through meditation, journaling, or creative expression. Monday, Dies Lunae, Day of the Moon. Sacred to the moon, Monday carries the energy of intuition, emotions, and new beginnings. The ancients knew that the moon governs the unconscious mind, dreams, and psychic receptivity. Monday is perfect for setting intentions, planning projects that require creativity, and trusting your intuitive guidance over purely logical decision-making. During my darkest periods, Monday mornings often brought clarity that hadn't been available during the weekend's emotional processing. The moon's influence can help you see solutions that the rational mind missed. Practice. Begin important projects on Monday, pay attention to dreams and intuitive insights, work with emotions rather than suppressing them. Tuesday, Dies Martis, Day of Mars. Under Mars' influence, Tuesday carries warrior energy, courage, action, and the power to overcome obstacles. This is the day for tackling difficult tasks, having challenging conversations, and taking bold action on your goals. The ancients understood Mars as both the destroyer and the liberator, the force that clears away what no longer serves to make room for what does. Every Tuesday during my writing year, I tackled the hardest chapters, the most painful memories. Mars' energy gave me the courage to face truths I'd been avoiding. Practice. Schedule challenging tasks for Tuesday. Practice assertiveness. Take action on goals you've been postponing. Wednesday, Dies Mercurii, Day of Mercury. Mercury governs communication, learning, and mental agility. Wednesday is ideal for writing, studying, teaching, and all forms of information exchange. The ancients saw Mercury as the messenger between worlds, the force that translates inner knowing into outer expression. My memoir literally came alive on Wednesdays. The words flowed more easily, the connections between experiences became clearer, and my ability to articulate complex emotions reached its peak. Practice. Focus on communication projects, learn new skills, write, teach others, engage in meaningful conversations. Thursday, Dies Jovis, Day of Jupiter. Jupiter's day brings expansion, wisdom, and abundance consciousness. This is the day for big picture thinking, spiritual study, and connecting with your higher purpose. The ancients associated Jupiter with the teacher, the philosopher, the wise king who rules through understanding rather than force. Thursdays became my planning days, when I could envision the life I wanted to create and take concrete steps toward manifesting it. Jupiter energy helped me think beyond current limitations. Practice. Focus on long-term goals, engage in spiritual study, practice gratitude, mentor others, think abundantly rather than from scarcity. Friday, Dies Veneris, Day of Venus. Venus governs love, beauty, creativity, and pleasure. Friday is perfect for artistic pursuits, romantic connections, and celebrating the beauty in your life. The ancients understood that Venus energy isn't just about romantic love. It's about learning to love yourself, to appreciate beauty in all its forms, to allow pleasure and joy into your experience. My poetry often came through strongest on Fridays, when Venus energy helped me access the more tender, vulnerable parts of my experience. Practice. Engage in creative projects, spend time in nature, nurture relationships, practice self-care, appreciate beauty. Saturday, Dies Saturni, Day of Saturn. Saturn's day carries the energy of structure, discipline, and karmic lessons. This is the day for organization, planning, and doing the practical work that supports your larger vision. The ancients respected Saturn as the teacher who brings wisdom through experience, including difficult experience that forge character and strength. Saturdays became my editing days, when Saturn's disciplinary energy helped me refine my work and organize my thoughts into coherent structure. Practice. Organize your space and priorities. Engage in disciplined practice. Learn from past experiences. Build sustainable systems. Living in cosmic harmony. Understanding these daily energies isn't about rigid adherence to astrological rules. It's about recognizing that we're part of a larger cosmic dance, and that aligning with natural rhythms can make our efforts more effective and our lives more harmonious. During my year of inner work, I began naturally gravitating toward activities that matched these energetic patterns. I wasn't trying to follow any system. I was simply listening to what felt right on any given day. Only later did I realize I'd been unconsciously aligning with rhythms that humans have recognized for thousands of years. This alignment doesn't require belief in astrology as literal truth. It simply requires recognition that natural cycles affect human consciousness, and that honoring these rhythms can enhance our well-being and effectiveness. Whether you understand it as cosmic influence or psychological pattern, the practical results are the same. You begin operating in harmony with forces larger than your personal will.